Donc, that's the diagram for our canned green curry with tuna. Pas plus. So we need green curry paste, tuna, coconut milk, water, and spices. Donc, so first, we're frying a green curry paste with tuna, and then we mix this with the coconut milk, water, and spices at 100 degrees. The first step is putting in can of 185 grams. After that, the crimping, followed by inkjet marking, and now CCP, the pasteurization, or we pasteurize above of 100 degrees during 2 hours. And the last step, the labeling, to obtain our canned green curry with tuna.
Okay, any questions or comments? Can you keep your diagram? Yes, thank you. Any questions or comments?
Could you please describe what is crapping?
I think it's can seeming.
Okay. Okay.
We have two translation and it was the one.
Okay. It's mean steaming, right?
Have you an idea
like
about?
Yeah.
Yes. Have you an idea about the temperature for the pasteurization? Because if it's a pasteurization, we can do that under 100 degrees. So have you an idea about this temperature? And why a pasteurization? Why a pasteurization? Perhaps another question about inkjet marking. The inkjet marking goal is to mark the date of consumption, the maximum. So how many time for this date of consumption? About
2 years.
Okay. So this product is a long shelf life, and you don't sterilize it, you pasteurize it. Why? It's not wrong, but why?
Yeah. For the green curry soup, first of all, you should consider what is the pH of your product. And you have yesterday I've already asked, and you answered that it's about above than 4.5. So it is the low acid canned food. That means it's this kind of food has the hazard on Clostridium botulinum, which related to the acid canned food. So the temperature that you to treat the product should high enough to kill the spore. So in this, with this there's a scientific base. So I and Valerie, I think we agree that the pasteurization is not enough to kill the bacteria spore. So we think you should reconsider about the heat treatment. Yeah. And we will give you more time today to reevaluate your flow chart, and we will see each other next week after you readjust the flow chart. Or if you have any question, let us know after the lecture. Yeah, we're happy to give you more information.
Okay. And please make put the link of your diagram and all your work on your pad or on the main pad at the bottom, so we know exactly what you are doing and we can help you more efficiently. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe should we move to the other group? Group A, are you ready?
Okay, here go. You can present video.
In the tom yum soup, you have to add spices, chili, garlic, lime leaves, ginger, sugar, lemongrass, lime, and additives.
So with the spicy, you cut spices into small pieces. The next step is boiling. For boiling, you have to add water and palm oil. After boiling, you mixing all ingredients. So seafood, tomato, fish sauce, shrimps, mushroom. After that, you can sterilize the tom yum soup, cooling and grinding, and after you can extracting the tom yum soup in a powder for putting in aluminum foil. After that, you can storing the tom yum soup, and it's finished.
Any comments?
I think it's a more complicated diagram that we expected, because I
Valérie,
think
we
just,
cannot hear you.
Oh, you don't hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So I said that I think it's a more complicated diagram that I expected, because if it's tom yum soup in can, we don't have to, the hand of the diagram is not necessary, I think. But I can see it on the screen, if you can slide the diagram. Yes, sterilizing, cooling. I think you can put in cans, sterilized, and that's all.
Oh, okay.
And here with the pH under 4.5, sorry. With the pH under 4.5, you can pasteurize.
Okay.
I think I have to change the room, because we are two with the mic, and there is a lot of echo.
Yep, I agree with Valerie. And you can make the flow chart more easily by use the tom yum paste. You don't have to use off brush, but it's fine. It's okay. If you still confirm, if you are if you confirm to use the fresh one like basil leaf, galangal, and etc.
I think it's not the as usual as the tom yum soup in Thailand, but this exercise it's with the goal of do exportation and have ready to eat soup.
And to be honest, it's better with the paste than it is with the powder. I don't know. This is my point of view.
I don't test any kind, so I can't say.
You should come to Thailand.
It's me about the foreshot of testing. Do you want to see the another one that I have made?
Oh, so you have many versions.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have the another version.
Okay, please.
So I think it can be clarify more a little bit. So okay, I'm gonna share my screen.
Hugo, can you stop your sharing screen?
Just a second. Okay, how about this foreshot? But start with the raw material selection for the soup. We use the most of shrimps and mushroom. Then we washing the raw material and separate the head of shrimp and cut the mushroom into 2 slices. And then we boil at the 65 to 70 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. And then we filtering to remove the head of shrimp. And for the spice, for the soup part, we boiling spice for the soup product with the water for 3 minutes. And it's including such as lemongrass, curacao, coffee, ram leaves, or fresh Thai chili, something like that. And then we're filtering to remove the part of spice after we got the soup. And then we're filling on the double steaming vacuum for reduce the chains of grow of microorganism because we need to remove the oxygen. And then with sterilization with the heat more than 100 degrees Celsius and cooling. And then we package it in can with the head space. This is the final product of a tom yum in can. Any question more?
I don't understand why we do 2 thermal treatment. I don't know if it's a good word. Thermal, yes, treatment, because you have to package in a vacuum bag, if I understand, and after you packed in cans. That's right?
Yes.
And if you pack in cans first, you sterilize, sorry, with the can.
Yeah.
So it's just 1 thermal treatment, and you sterilize the can with the product inside. So it's regarding safety, sanitary safety, it's better because you don't have a risk of recontamination after sterilization.
Okay, thank you. Because I have seen of many products in the tom yum soup it's based on the canned product and the export product. So in this flowchart, I decided to choose in the canned product because I think it's hard to find the information more than the export. So yeah, I think it's better.
Yes, we are here to learn and to speak and to readjust. Okay. On this diagram, there is some change because we can see we don't see the ingredients and where they are put in the process. So it's interesting, but it's not a diagram.
Okay.
So
I'm
both
going to
the
stop
both
my-
group have to, yes, the both group have to update the diagram, but it's not for now. Well, we can do it for the next week.
Yeah, and to go a little further. Jitsuri, do you have other comments?
For pupa, I think you should separate your. You should put more detail on your flow diagram, because you didn't show the arrow to link between each step to another step, and you should separate your raw material. Like for shrimp, you put the shrimp and the process that you deal with the shrimp in another one column, and when you prepare the spice herbs, you should put in another column. So the two columns for the shrimp and the spices parallel to each other, and then it's linked to one can.
Okay.
Yeah, you fill in one can, and then that can is sterilized and cooling and storage. Then that's
And
it.
for tom yum soup, I think that yesterday you said that the pH of the tom yum soup is under 4.5. So in this case, you can put in cans, and you can also only pasteurize, which is interesting because it's a thermal treatment less strong than sterilization. So about the taste of the product, you can heat less, so have more taste than a sterilization. So tom yum soup is very interesting in cans if you don't sterilize, but pasteurize, because you keep the taste and more than with a sterilization. Sorry, I said this twice or 3 times.
I agree with Valerie that for
but
tom yum soup, pasteurized is enough.
yes, but if you want to make pasteurization, you have to control the pH. It's if you not do this, you can't say if a pasteurization is enough. So pH is a very important control.
Yeah.
So you have to put it on the diagram with the step putting in cans, for example, or at the end of the boiling steps. I don't remember. Okay. So if there is no more question, we can perhaps
Move on to the presentation.
Yes, just a lecture.
Okay.
Let's go, Titan.
Yes.
Titan, it's your turn.
I will share my screen.